was vindicated, you'd be appreciated more, baby. But this is my reaction. Addition and subtraction have proven to a fraction. I love you. Take a little honey and a smile so sunny. Who's a little honey? That's you, baby. Take a bunch of sweetness and a lot of neatness. Who's that bunch of sweetness? That's you, baby. You are perfection to a T. After inspection, I can see you for me. Take a special baby and a little maybe. Who's a little
Okay, you fans all over the world, this is where Bette Davis lived at age 28 to age 30 from 1936 to 1938. She made 7 films while living here. Some of her most famous films, The Petrified Forest and Jezebel. We're in East Hollywood. This is 5346 Franklin Avenue, and she moved here sometime in 1936 with her mom Ruthie, her sister Bobby, and her then husband Harmon O. Nelson, who she had married in 1932. This is the house that she lived in when she went on the famous strike against Warner Brothers and went to England. And let me just parenthetically add here that this house, it's a craftsman style house built in 1911, and it was built by an architect named Arthur Roland Kelly. He built over 500 homes here in Los Angeles in the teen era of the 20th century. In fact, he's the architect who designed the Playboy Mansion. Okay, they said that when she moved here in 1936, her mom, Ruthie, lived in the back in a cottage. We can't see it, obviously, but thankfully the house is still extant. And she may have lived here when she was filming The Petrified Forest, but she definitely lived here when it was released, February 6, 1936. Then she did Golden Arrow with George Brent, and she did 13 films with George Brent, and they teamed her up a lot with him, and that was Warner Brothers' answer to MGM's Clark Gable. And then she did Satan Met a Lady with King of the Pre-Code, Warren Williams. Then that's when she went on strike in August, or actually she had quit in June, and she had it with the lousy roles that she kept on getting, and it never seemed like Jack Warner appreciated her talents, even though she had proven that she was a leading lady from 1932, having starred in a film called Cabin in the Cotton, where she said the famous quote, "I'd love to kiss ya, but I just washed my hair." And then she had already been in Of Human Bondage, playing the vulgar Cockney waitress in 1934's Of Human Bondage, written by, it was actually a 1915 novel by W. Somerset Maugham. And then she had won the Oscar in 1935 for In Dangerous, playing the character Joyce Heath. And she had finally got tired of getting really bad roles. And like I said, she went on strike while living here. She sailed to England because she said that she was at that time, gonna try to star in a Italian producer's film. He was gonna pay her $50,000. And Jack Warner, of course, suspended her without pay. And then he took her to court while he was in England. Both of them were. And this took place in September and October of 1936. She lost. She wanted to break her contract, but they proved that there was no breach of contract that Jack Warner had done against her. So she ended up losing. She had to come back. All she wanted was 4 films a year and one loan out, better scripts, better directors, and better cinematographers. Well, she lost. She ended up having to pay 2/3 of Jack Warner's costs, or Warner Brothers, $14,000. So she got in debt. She was always in debt because she was taking care of Ruthie. Then Bobby had a lot of mental problems. She was paying for her medical bills. She was taking care of Harmon, her husband, whom she divorced in 1938. And so anyway, like, getting back to the strike, after Satan Met a Lady, she came back. She did Marked Woman, Kid Galahad, and then she did a film with Henry Fonda again called That Certain Woman. And then finally, It's Love I'm After. These are the films. And then finally she started Jezebel here in well, Jezebel was started filming in November of 1937. It was released March of 1938. And so sometime in 1938 she finally moved here. She was a big established star by then, and then finally she ended up moving to Beverly Hills. So here you go, you fans all over the world. 5346 Franklin Avenue. We're a little bit east of Western Avenue in East Hollywood. So if you can suspend your disbelief and imagine standing here sometime in 1936 and watching Betty Davis get dropped off by the studio limousine right here. Thankfully it's still extant. Most of this area is still extant. As you can see right there, a lot of the houses from the teen era of the 20th century, the 1920s. And there you go. Okay, so let's go. Follow me, you fans. I'm gonna take you to her last residence in West Hollywood, where she lived when she died in 1989 at age 81. Okay, so follow me, you fans of this great lady, this great actress, and this great beauty within and without. Okay, follow me. Let's go.